Hello, everybody. Um, if you can please, somebody will let me know if this is live. I believe it is. Okay. If there's anybody in the shot yet, just let me know I'm live. Mhm. Let's see this. Try to get a little bit better this thing. Mhm. Just waiting, guys. Let me know if it's anybody's on the shot yet. Trying to do this thing every Sunday morning around 10:30 a.m. New York time. It's brand new. Hopefully people can, you know, can get to know this thing, and we can chat, we can talk a little bit. Just waiting on you guys. So, Gumilar, hello Gumilar, how are you? Let me know, guys. Yeah. hmm Yeah. So we are live. Yeah, guys. Hello, Marcy Barbosa here. Good morning, everybody. Um, I just want to do our, morning section here. you know, Q&A and whatever you guys want to ask me. I'll be glad to respond, to answer your questions. And yeah, it's been busy the last week. I'm gonna find the time to make short videos again about news and all that stuff. I just start back training. I got invited for, I'm gonna talk about more later, but I got invited for the next East versus West. Again, this time I'll make sure nothing happened. I'm gonna try to stay healthy, and you know, I'll be part of the next East versus West on May in Turkey, Istanbul, and that's great news. Got some contact with Dubai also. We'll see how that goes. Uh, there's a lot going on at the moment, but just want to update you guys, and I'm just gonna go back on the track and training and just get ready for those good opponents, this year. He promised being a great year in arm wrestling world. There's so many good events, so many good super matches. Also, we just had the Arnolds, this weekend. I was supposed to be part of it, but I just decided not to go because I wasn't gonna be 100%, and it sucks when you're not 100% or you're not feeling, you know, at your best or near. I learned with experience that you know, it's better not going because you go if you don't feel, that good. There's no excuses, and sometimes it's just better to back off a little bit and just wait until you feel, you know, in a good shape. You know, takes a little time after that COVID thing. It messes me up a little bit. So, um, Juan Severino, saludos desde Uruguay, bendiciones. Thank you, Juan. Um, Muchas bendiciones a usted también, hasta de aquí hasta Uruguay. And, gracias por participar ahí. Andrew Schneider, good morning, sir. Yes, good morning. How are you? Uh, Guys, any questions you guys want to ask? I'm here for that. And I'm just going to keep talking and just waiting on you guys. So let me talk about a little bit about the Arnold Classic this weekend. It was very. There's not a lot of people. It was very good. Um, excuse me a little bit. There's some questions here. Okay, just talk about the Arnold Classic. It's an international tournament. I always gonna like to be part of it. My I participated in the last one. The last one was 2019. I was qualified for the 2020. We didn't have 2020, uh, 2020, and 2021. We didn't have it because of COVID. I was qualified and would like to defend my title. I won the super heavyweights, even though I'm under 242s. This year they have 242s. I saw like I'm not sure the results yet, but I saw like new guys winning. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce those names. But good competition in my weight class. Pavilo won, no surprise. Mm, it was a smaller version this year because it was nobody knew it was gonna happen, but they started advertising like a couple months or a month or two before that was confirmed, and I think a month ago that I know I was gonna be part of it, but unfortunately I couldn't. And congratulations to the winners. I just saw a few of them, and maybe next year. Let me see some questions here. Rick Lee Walker. What if Derek Smith beats Dave Shafee? Would Alex still want to pull? Especially Gennady would want to pull Alex if if Alex beats Shafee. Uh, I don't know, guys. It's hard to. It's not easy just throwing there. What do you think about those guys? I'm still don't know what kind of levels that. I know Derek Smith leveled up. He's probably very good right now, elite level, I would say. But I'm not sure if he can beat Dave Shafee. I mean, it'll be interesting. It'll be nice to see like Dave versus Alex, as everybody knows, like Vitaly Latin, he pulled off. He's not gonna pull Alex anymore. So at King of the Table 3 by the end of the month, but Dave Shafee is gonna pull Alex instead, and it's gonna be very interesting because he's gonna give us a heads up. You know how good Alex. I know Alex is very good right now. He's hot, and everybody talks about him. He beat Hermes Gasparini so easy, and Hermes Gasparini is on a win streak, and that makes really interesting because I would like to see Dave against Alex and also against Hermes also, so we can gauge a little bit. It's hard because style make matches, and you're asking me if Derek beat Dave. I don't know. I don't know if Derek's gonna beat Dave. It's gonna be very good for Derek if he beats Dave. We don't really know. I don't think if the match is today he can win. But it's gonna be in the middle of summer. Maybe Derek is gonna level up one more time, and who knows? We might have a good match. And I would favor Dave today. To me, so much stronger. I know you guys can gauge by the way Derek beat Team Breslin, but like I said, I love Team Breslin. I just don't know what kind of level he was. We don't know. I mean, he's still on most people's eyes like a top 5 or 6 overall, but I don't know. We have to see him pull some more North Americans. He hasn't pulled in a while though. So if that's how you gauge by the win on Team Breslin, it's not enough. We need to see Derek versus like Shafee, Michael Todd. I mean, even Corey West. I don't, or you know, even Wayne Wieters. I don't. I think I think he's right there, but maybe a step behind those top 4 guys at least overall. But who knows? I mean, he got a lot of time, to get to a better level. So we'll see the next time we see Derek how it's gonna be. And I know it's already set the match with Dave. But I'm more interested in Dave versus Alex right now, just to gauge those guys. I know how strong is Dave. I know you can see how good is Alex, but Dave has a lot of side pressure. I'm not sure how the match is gonna go. What do you guys think? Gumilar, thank you for showing a lot of impressive stunts. You are one of my inspirations for practicing arm wrestling to this day. Thank you very much, Gumilar. We can always do our best, right? Um, Daniel Vivas, best setup for posting top rope. I'm 6 foot tall and 220. Yeah, I'm 6 foot tall and I'm 237 currently. So it is the best setup for posting top rope. I think it's when you go to ref script. I mean, I'm not sure if I understand the question right. Um, but the best setup is knuckles high, right? Face to the ceiling, and you always want to be have your a lot of rising. You're gonna post like this. The best the best setup if you can grab is like this. Close your hand like this, and then you know you protect your hand a lot that way. I don't know if you're saying like the best rules. If you can be more specific, I can answer better. I don't know if I understand correctly. It's knuckles high always, but if that's a simple question like that. And yeah, thank you for saludos desde España. Gracias. Cobra Voivoda, I'm hearing a lot about Marcy versus Schoolboy. No. Is this happening? No. Never heard of it. I don't think. I have a lot of respect for the kid, but I don't think it's a good match right now. No. Marcy versus Schoolboy. Schoolboy is amazing, but he's gonna be super. He's super good already, but I don't know. It's hard for me to say how good he is. You know, I saw a few matches, like beating a few good people, but not good enough that I can say, well, he's in this level, or I don't know. Because today I don't think it's a good match. I think I'll beat him like no problem. But definitely in the future he's gonna be a force. He's already been. He's already world champion. That kid. Sky's the limit for him. Um, Wesley B. Dave pulling on super short notice. Yeah, he's gonna pull Alex, but Dave is in a good. Dave is in good shape. He's always been, and you can see that he's been training. You see him practicing with Todd Hutchings, and kind of, you can see that he's strong, likes dominating Todd. I know it's different, but you can see like he's in shape. He's been training, so yeah, it's short notice. I'm sure he'll love to have more time to pull Alex, but it is what it is. We're gonna see it. Dave is not super technical. He's super strong. So we see if his hand and wrist are very solid, he'll be okay. If not, it's gonna be a problem. Wesley B. Dave will run through Derek, but I think Credentia it's slightly favored. Yeah, I mean I know Credentia could be the favorite against Dave Shafee, especially because Dave took this match last minute. But reality is like between arm wrestlers, there's no favorite. I think, not just my opinion. I see 50-50, but it depends. We don't know until it happens. It's just so hard. Like Credential's chance is to crack Dave's hand and then go from there. Strong top raw, and he needs to open Dave's hand. And if he doesn't do that, nothing else is gonna work. So I guess Credentia is favorite. A lot of people are putting him like number 3 or number 4 in the world, top guys today. And Dave, they're putting him like a top 5 or 6, but we really don't know because Dave didn't pull in a while. Last time he showed up, he lost to Levon convincingly. Levon beat him, but Levon might be a different animal. We'll see. Can't wait to see those matches. Wesley B, I don't think Derek is ready for a level of strength for that level. We'll see. JP, morning Marcio. How's work? Still building that crazy wall. Yeah, they moved me from that job to a different job because it got stopped because there's so much snow here at one point, and then I think we'll probably go back to that job soon. Good morning to you also. Nice to be Marcio. Marcio with Smash Schoolboy currently, he needs a few more years. Yeah, I think Schoolboy in a few years he'll be among with the super heavyweights, If he continue to do it that way, it looks like he has a lot of potential. Then, do you cap your thumb? Thanks for the answer, champ. Daniel Vivas. I usually cap my thumb. If I'm going to post, I'm usually cap my thumb to protect my hand as much as I can. If I face another guy with a lower that that grabs too low, I can feel okay to grab, not capping my thumb and pronating to the hand. So it depends how my opponent is. But usually, yes, I cover my thumb. Yes, I'm cap my thumb. Juggernaut 316. West is looking good in the next East versus West. Yes. Yeah, I think we're gonna bring a good team this time. Me, John, Todd, Pauline. I don't know who else. I think Dave Shafee a possibility, but I'm not sure. Because I don't know. I guess it depends how he feels after Alex match. So, Cobra Voivoda, Derek is the walking Armageddon. It's over for JF. I don't know, brother. We'll see how it goes. Where is your bench and does the help pulling much? No, I mean, I don't bench too much. I bench sometimes, but I don't think it doesn't much for arm wrestling. In my opinion, my style, no. The back training is more everything that you pull, it's more for arm wrestling, in my opinion. Pushing is not as important. It is important, but it's not like I prefer to do some pushing in the table, with cables and stuff. So I don't bench too much. I bench for fun, just to keep those guys in good shape. My chest, just to look good, but no, really, not. Do you think Todd can handle Irakli stop roll? Who's asking? Oh, Septibi. Do you think Todd can handle Irakli stop roll? It's gonna be very hard for Todd to contain Irakli, but Todd has been training his hand and wrist lately. I noticed like people are not taking his hand so much. He just bent his wrist back, and his finger is so strong it doesn't move. So probably Irakli is gonna take, but Irakli will pull him, stretch him, because Irakli goes for position first. And I think you get him Todd a little bit out of position, but I think Todd's side pressure is enough strong to bring Irakli down, I guess. I mean, I think it's a very interesting match because Irakli is getting better and better. Uh, he's been a force, and we see that guy at 165 3 years ago, and then now he's 105 kilos and going up. It's incredible. I mean, training with Levon and stuff, and you see he's so strong. He's so impressive. He has so much strength. It's incredible. I think it's gonna be a very good match. I think it is. But if I have to put my money, I would say that Todd slightly. I don't think he's a favorite, but it's slightly. I would say Todd is gonna win. Because strict rules, and Irakli is very quick. He doesn't hit to the pad, but he hits for position really, really quick right here, and then he can just go and administrate, and depends how far he can get Todd stretch. stretched it, and then. But I think Todd's endurance could be a factor in this match, so he might end up winning. That's my opinion, but I think it's a great, great match. It's, you know, JP, any chance you want to show off those trophies behind you? They look awesome. I can't do it right now, but I'm gonna show sometimes. I'm gonna walk. It's a mess over there. My wife would be mad with me if I show something in the videos. I mean, I'm gonna fix some stuff and I'm gonna show. It's a small area, but it's where I train. I'm gonna show in one of those short videos for you guys. You know, for sure. Somebody else asked me to. I'm just gonna show my little cave where I do my workouts for arm wrestling and stuff. All right. Um, Hola, Pete Cow. Hola, hi Mars. I'm new to the sport. I'm 5'4", stocky build. Hook feels more natural. I saw Bob Brown set a high posting top row, shorter guys. What do you recommend? Yeah, I mean, if you're short, I learned that the hard way because I like to hook also, but when you face guys with longer leverage, it's you kind of have to protect your hand. You kind of have to you end up being like a top rope. I mean, even if you're gonna hook, like you have to pose high, knuckles high, and then to supinate or even to it's easy to top row also. So you just if you have short fingers, like my hand is good for middleweight, but it's small for heavyweight, right? So I have to protect as best way I can. So I try to train a lot of rising, pronation, all the stuff, supination, wrist flexor, which is priority for me. This one, the cupping, and then you have to be so high, and then you can cup and roll quick. So you become a top roller. It's easy. Or if you feel safe, you protect your hand, and then you just supinate too. It's the position I think it was Bob Brown was talking about. Like if you're shorter fingers, of course you have to train your fingers, your hand, like your wrist. You need to be strong in that area. Like you have to find a way and be really, really strong. Basically, I recommend you have to be stronger than the other guys. They have gifted long fingers, huge hands. I don't have it, so I had to train them, strengthen them like really good, so I can shut down people. But the best way is just to, yeah, posting high, and then and then you pull. The best way is to protect your hand. Don't forget it. Rising always face to the ceiling. You know, that way you protect as high as you can. The better. The better protect your hand. In any case, hopefully I answer. Um, Eric C, keep it up. Love you're doing. Can't wait to see you pull more. Yeah, guys. So far, I'm pulling East versus West in May. England Thursday's event. It's gonna be amazing. There's a lot of super matches involved. I think I was supposed to pull Zoot up, but he didn't want to pull me. I think I asked Ingan what happened to my match with Zuda. He said no, he doesn't want to pull you for some reason. I don't know if he got scared, but he wants to pull John, so he didn't want to pull me. And I was happy to pull him because I can match his hook and I can topper him. But it is what it is. So then Ingan offered me Ongar Bayev. I'm like, Ongar Bayev, if it's more complete arm wrestler, I think, in my opinion, he's they used to have that. He's supposed to be a top 8, and I don't know if it's 95 kilos or 105 kilos. But to me, I saw him as the favorite for me because he can deal with anybody, any weight. And he's so technical. He's versatile. He's quick. His top row is amazing. His hook is nasty. and he's a full package guy. You don't give him much when you see him because he look like a very humble guy. Yeah, it's he's really good. I rank him very high. Technical aspects of the sport is very complete. You know, and he can give anybody a very tough day. You know, if you're not ready for a guy like that, it's a problem. You see him, beating a lot of guys like Krudencha, even Vitali, Silaev. I saw him beating Prudnik. It's very, very good. I mean, I'm honored to put, a young kid and good like that. And it'd be an amazing match. Can't wait to put Kindergali. I gotta get my ass ready. He's so good. A lot of respect for the kid. Septa B, thank you for a super shot. Love you, Marcel. What are your thoughts on John versus Zudab and whether you will top roll, whether you will top roll or hook versus Gongarbayev? Septa B, thanks for your question and thanks for the super shot, Septa B. I would say John versus Zudab is very interesting because Zudab, as you see against Rombath, he got a lot of side pressure, and his bicep is amazingly strong. I think his bicep is really, really strong. I was amazed by Ron with the shoulder, with everything on the top of his bicep, and he was holding, and his endurance is also incredible. I think John will have more work than his last match. I think Zurab is gonna be, as he said, stronger than when he was pulling Rombath, and he's gonna get his wrist a little ready so he doesn't get taken like that. Because John, you know, I think John is worse for him than Ron. Ron could have won that match, but I think John has, if he continues to get this area better, he has so much cupping. He can cup in a way like a high hook and can get Zuda away from his power. So I think John can win that match. Just not sure about the endurance if the match gets stuck at some point. But I would favor John because John's style, it's perfect against Zuda. He would not go in that deep hook. He would just stretch him like this. Not even like this. He won't go here. He would just go here, like a high hook, and he can open Zuda's bicep because you put so much pressure in his hand and palming him up and just stretching him that way. So if John is on point, I think John can take him that way. And Zuda is gonna, try to hook him or stop him and hold him as much as he can, and the straps, and maybe just draw him back even with his wristband back. Zuda's side pressure is very good, but I think John's hand and wrist, and he knows how to pull. He pulled like Hutchins, and back in the day, Hutchins had that same like crazy side pressure. He knows how to get him out of his power. So if he's on point, he'll just take that match. I predict John to win. And my match against Ongarbayev, it's gonna be a tough match. I probably could easily be the match of the day over there because we're both very versatile. So if it goes on a hook, it'll be a tough match. Topper will be a fight of whoever got the better hand and wrist control. But if one takes the other one, on the topper, the other one's gonna hook me or him. So I think it's a great match. Me and Ongarbayev probably gonna steal match of the day over there. Hook, topper, whatever it goes. We'll see. Can't wait. Gotta get my butt ready. Look for that one. Timmy Turner gonna be incredible. Yes. As seen, Marcio, your thoughts on Vitali versus Dave? No, Vitali's not gonna pull Dave. It's Alex versus Dave, and I think it's gonna be amazing. To me, it's 50-50. If Alex Studentia can take Dave's hand, it's basically over. I think Alex is smart enough to don't go crazy and just administrate and hand control, and go slowly. If he can take Dave's hand, he can win the match. If he can take Dave's hand, I think it's over for him. So, but I guess 50-50. And I know a lot of people might put Alex Crudencio as a favorite against Dave Shafee. Can't wait to see it. Marcio, will you use Hook in your next match? Cobra Voivod asking, I'm gonna use whatever I need to use. Hook is just one of my weapons. I can hook, I can top roll, I can press, I can do it all, and I think I'm gonna need it all, because so does Ongarbayev. He does it all also, as far as I see it. He's more like a top roller, like a pronation guy, but if I shut that down, he's gonna have to change. So who knows? I'm gonna try to be ready in any position. This Timmy Turner, this match is super interesting because you and Ongarbayev are both so versatile. Yes, that's what I was saying before. Yes, me and Ongarbayev, very versatile arm wrestlers, which make us such a good matchup. And he's very strong. I was saying before, if that top 8 continue in light heavyweights, I was having him as a favorite. In my opinion, to win the whole thing, because he did so great against super heavyweights, and then in a light heavyweight, I think he'll do just beat everybody if the top weight continue. But we know it's not gonna happen, so that's why he's pulling me next time. Zudab's natural category is about 90 kilo. The 100 kilo category is too much for him. I don't know if that's a question, but I would say Zuda is big. And I heard he's gonna be 105 kilos against John, maybe 100, between 100 to 105. I think that's the weight cap they're gonna compete. He was 100 kilos, right, against Rombat, I believe. I think it was 100 kilos against Rombat. Rombat was 115, and he was okay. And I think he said he's gonna be even stronger. So I'm guessing he's gonna be near 105 or just around 105. Yeah, I used to see him at 85 kilos. He's not so tall. He looks like 5'7", 5'8". He's not too tall. I'm not sure if that's the height of Zuda, but he seems to be shorter and really like a bull, like packed in muscle and stuff. He looks very strong, but I think he probably won't go under the 100 kilos again. I think he feels great like that, and it's gonna continue. He's a light heavyweight now. I don't think he's going down. But the Zuda is very strong, you know. What's your opinion about Pauling versus Samusha? I think it's a great match because Samusha is very good. He was a world champion in 80 kilos. Even though Pauling is gonna be, I think the match is at 95 kilos if I'm not mistaken. Correct me, guys, if you know. I think Ingen set that match at 95 kilos, which is 209 pounds. So Pauling, it's probably a 100 kilo guy. He's gonna drop 5 kilos, make it that 95 kilos. And Samusha, it's like he's an 80 kilo guy. He's gonna be, I'm guessing, near 90 kilos. And but they're gonna be naturally like at least 10 to 15 kilos apart. I don't know. Pauling is strong, but Samusha is a world level at, you know, welterweight kind of category, and Pauling is a great light heavyweight North American. Thinking about like that, it could be a great match. I don't know. I think it's 50-50 until we see it. I mean, I'm not gonna favor anybody, even though Samusha is gonna be like 10-15 kilos lighter than Paul the day of the competition. I think it makes them in the same level because he's such an elite puller, Samusha, and it makes it great. So I think Ingen got a great match, you know, on those two. I would say 50-50 till it happens. It's hard to gauge those things because it's a lighter guy against a light heavy guy, and we don't know. It's hard. Levan Gasparini, how are you, man? Alex is very smart. He got a great chance, but I'm rolling for Dave. Yeah, I'm rolling for Dave also. I'm rooting for Dave because North American and just to keep us on the map a little bit, you know. So it's always this East versus West. So I hope the West takes, but it's hard to predict. We don't know how strong is Alex. I mean, we know how strong he is because of the way he beat Hermes, but Dave is a different animal, different hand, different strength. I think Dave is stronger than Hermes, but Hermes probably had just a stronger hand than Dave, maybe, which makes it interesting because you know style make matches. We don't know what Dave has been training. He has his hand taken by Levon. Maybe he's training his hand so much, his hand is in a different level now. So who knows? I can't wait to see those matches, guys. It just you can gauge better when you see the match. You see the evolution, you know, of each puller. It's like Gennady, the way he lost to Hermes. Everybody was brushing him off, and then he just killed Michael Todd in that super match. It was just amazing. Totally different animal in just a couple months. So everything can happen. People at the elite level, they can just still get better. You know, that's what is interesting about this sport. Um, Cisse and Yep Ungarbaev is also a force. Gonna be the match to watch at the event. Yeah, I prefer to win a little easier, but I think me and Ungarbaev is gonna still, the match of the day probably. Keyless 123. I'm really excited for Todd versus Irakli. Yes, Prudnik. I don't think Prudnik is gonna participate because of all the stuff that has been happening, the war. But maybe he'll participate in August. He's not gonna participate in this one in May. So Todd versus Irakli, it's gonna be a great match. Can't wait to see it. GB, Marcio, have you pulled Krasimir before? Yes, I pulled him in 2 different times. I lost to Krasi the first time in 2017 by fouls, but we both stuck in a hook. Then I pulled him at the WAL in a super match, and I won 3-1. I love Krasi. Krasi is an animal. He's one of my favorite pullers. Very smart, very technical. Won many European World titles, so I have a lot of respect for him. Timmy Turner. GB, is he beat? Okay, yeah. It was a great match. Louis Burgett. Burgert. How is your shape now after the virus? It's getting better. I'm not 100% yet. I mean, I lost some weight and I couldn't get back. I lost my appetite a little bit. I think I'm gonna feel better, much better, in the next month or two. You know, but I'm not 100% yet. I didn't know I never had this, and I work hard during the day, and I have to train at night, and it took my energy a little bit away. I'm just getting better, slowly, but I'll be alright. Cobra Voivode, I'm stock for Sarah versus Gabriella, and staking Sarah, the god, the godness. Okay, the goodness. Okay, yeah, Sarah versus Gabriella is gonna be an amazing match. I would say Gabriella is still the favorite. Gabrielle is such a freaking animal. She's super strong, guys. You guys have no idea how strong is Gabriella. I think Gabriella is the strongest female arm wrestler on the planet. I think I feel still might be able to beat her, but because she's like a short leverage, but the power, I'm talking about power wise, she's the strongest. Like Sarah's only chance is to, I don't know if Sarah trains correctly for Gabriella. She probably knew what she has to do, but anything with the top row, she needs to, take Gabby's hand somehow. Otherwise, it's not a good match. I mean, even though Sarah is very, very strong, but I would say she needs to take Gabriella away from her power to be able to control the match. Like, a lot of hand control, top row, pronation, cup and roll thing, because Gabriella, anything near strength, she's amazing. She's strong. She might be stronger than Sarah, like by a few percentages. So I still favor Gabriella, but if Sarah can pull it off, you know, great for her. So I think it's gonna be a great female arm wrestling super match. I mean, because we don't know how Sarah is not right now. I'm guessing she's ready. You know, after the a terrible loss a few years ago, I think she finally ready for Gabby. But Gabby's a thing. We'll see. I'm favoring Gabby on this one. If I'm have to put my money, I'll put on Gabby. But anything can happen. GB Timmy Cole beat US. I'll look it up. They seem quite eventually match it without having seen it. Okay. Yeah, I pulled Krasi G and B, GB. Yeah, I pulled Krasi before, so you can look it up on YouTube. Richard Bright. Hey, Marcio. Really looking forward to your pulling. Thank you. I'm looking forward to. Ivan Gasparini. Don't listen to Timmy. He doesn't know what he's talking about, joke. Okay. Uh, did you see Matt Mask Devon training video? I saw a little bit. I don't know what you're coming about it. You just practice, The old normal stuff when they practice together is always like that. No, I didn't see nothing that got my attention. But yeah, I saw a few. I didn't see the whole video. If you had a list of 5, who would you love to pull in order? Well, I already have. If you're talking about East versus West, or I don't know, but here in America, I only want to pull Todd Hutchings right now. So we're gonna pull in October. It's already set. I'm gonna pull Todd Hutchings in October. And outside of the country, yeah, Ungarbayev would be great to pull Ungarbayev. Maybe Irakli. If Zuda beats John, then also Zuda. If not, forget it. Yeah, that'll be the top 3 list, maybe. And here in the United States, basically Todd Hutchings. Everybody else, I pull them a lot. So I gotta think about other people that I would like to pull. Anybody under 110 kilos, because I don't plan to be in a super heavyweight class or boost my weight. I can't get that heavy, you know. I like to keep myself healthier, and basically anybody in the world under 110 kilos, I can pull. What else we got here? Would you go to Ontario? Pete KO. Would you go up to Ontario to pull Devon? It's tough for me because of my job, Devon, it'll be easier if Devon comes to United States, and if I got noticed that I'll hitch him out to see if he can stop by and we can practice together. That'll be easier for me to go there. My life is very busy at work, family stuff. I'm very busy guy. I wouldn't be able to go and travel just to practice. Unfortunately, I wish I could. What is your Timmy Turner? What's your weight right now? I'm 107 and 108 kilos, 237, 238 morning weight. That's my current weight. GB, how old are you, Marcio, and how would you say your strength levels were at Younger days. Wow. Well, I'm 48. Yeah, I'm old. I'm 48 years old. I'm gonna be 49 this Monday, tomorrow. I'm gonna be 49 tomorrow. It's gonna be my birthday. And yeah, I think I was stronger when I was younger, definitely. But I knew less. Um, but I trained very hard when I was younger. I was much stronger, like with everything that I do. I mean, but I didn't work in construction like I work over here. As soon as I came to America, my like job wise life changed a lot. So I was working not just I was working physically too. So I still work physically. I'm in charge of jobs, but I also work physically a lot. So it takes some energy away for me to train later. But when I was younger, I used to be a personal trainer, and I have all the time in work to train, so it's different. But I never have time to dedicate myself to just training like some guys can do. I always have to split like work, normal obligations, then training, then Of course, I wasn't married or have had kids before, so I have more time to train. Now I have to really split really good my time, and I have to train smart. As you get older, you're trying to train smart, not I mean hard, but not super hard at the point that it can hurt. I mean, I had a lot of injuries, like elbows, shoulders, everywhere. Every type of arm wrestling pain I had in the past. So I have a lot of experiences, even surgeries in both of my arms. And that's what happened when you pull for so long in the elite and any sport. You're gonna end up having surgeries or big injuries, and it happens. But compared to my young days, I thought, in my opinion, I was stronger. But I'm smarter today, and I was stronger in the arm and some other areas. But now I just get older, just trying to train smart, get stronger, in certain areas. Uh, you know, Especially if you have a super match. But just to answer your question, yeah, I think I was stronger for sure. And the younger is stronger, you have more energy. But yeah, guys, I'm near 50, 48, be 49 tomorrow. Uh, let's see. You had a match on Zloty with Ongarbayev. What can you say about that match? Yeah, my match with Ongarbayev, my experience, it was really quick. I had two fouls. We didn't get to pull, we just slipped, got a foul. I don't know, shoulder, something stupid in the beginning. And then when they said ready, go, when it slipped, like elbows went up a little bit. My elbow just got second foul without pulling him. Uh, that's not gonna happen when I pull him. I will be sure, you know, to pull him correctly according to the rules, so it won't be a problem. So he felt my experience. He felt his hand felt strong, his wrist. He's very compact, very, very good top roller. He was, his position was the top roll with a lot of pressure in the thumb for pronation. So it was a quick thing, but I know he's because I saw him beating a lot of people after, you know, like Vitali and Silaev, some big bears, from Russia. So I can see that he's very capable to do a lot of damage. Very, very good arm wrestler. Uh, Let me see here. Um, nice. Happy birthday, Marcio. You're still young and powerful human being walking this earth covered with Voivoda. Thank you. Richard White, happy birthday for tomorrow. Marcio 49. Yeah, thank you. Happy birthday, guys. James Clark, GB, Chris Johnson. Thank you, guys. Luis Burgett, I think you and John would be a great match. Yeah, it could be. Um, John is getting back to good shape. I think right now yeah, it'd be a good match because John is at his best so far since he came back. Joey just Tefolo. I'm sorry, Joey. Hello, Marcio. I met you at the last Arnold's, and I have been part of the sport since 1983. As a ref, I like to ask you what pro puller fouls the most. Maybe maybe Don Underwood. I think he fouls a lot. I mean, people talking about me, but it hasn't been like that anymore. I fixed that thing. It only happened occasionally, but not anymore. So still today in North America, at least I see Don Underwood. Unfortunately, he needs to fix that. Uh, um, GB old man strength. Marcio, yes, that works. A couple of years older than Devin. Yeah, Devin is 2 years younger than me. Keyless 123. How often do you train internal and external rotation? I usually use to do, these movements and these movements. I don't know if you're talking about this for the shoulder. Before any training, I try to do those warm up, internal, external rotation. You know, either with it could be with the rubber band, it could be with an Akeo machine, it could be with a dumbbell. But I try to do that before I train and warm up really well. I don't know, 3 sets of maybe 15 light each each shoulder. So you feel to get that thing warmed up, because you can easily hurt your shoulders. Timmy Turner, don't you think your shape versus Krause was the strongest? Yeah, it was very good. You looked incredible in that match against Krause, and Krause won Zalotti shortly after. Yes, I was in very good shape. I was training for 6 months straight. It was the same year that I won the Arnold's. It was 2019. I started training in January, and I put Krause was probably June. So it was 5 months training constantly and getting better. So, and yeah, I was in really good shape. Best shape ever, I'm not sure, but really good shape. Chris Johnson, what are you hunking in North America, Marcio? I don't know. If you're talking about 242s, I believe they rank me number one. Under 110 kilos, I'm number one. Um, because John, they rank John in 220 number one, and Todd Hutchins, because me, John, and Todd are the same weight. You know, we about 235, 240, but Todd Hutchins is asked to be ranked in supers. He only interested in pulling supers. Um, I'm pulling 242s, and John is pulling 220, but he also can pull 242. So I know the regular weight today. I think John is 235 today. I'm 237, 238, and Hutchins is in that 235, 238 also. So we can be in the same class, but one is ranked in 220, the other one is ranked in supers. I'm ranking 242. So in North America, according to rankings, I'm number one right and left in this particular weight class. If you're talking about world-wise, I don't know, but I can say that I'm in top. I'm in top. If it's under 110 kilos, I'm a top guy, right on the top of the mountain. If it's overall, maybe top 10, maybe top 12, something like that. Uh, it's hard to say, you know. Is Vitaly still going to arm wrestling credential? No. I don't know what's the reason, guys, but Dave Shafee took his place. Do you think Devon has a chance? He's looking really strong. Devon, I cannot count Devon out, but definitely he'll be a big underdog against Levon Sakinashvili. Levon is probably 90% favorite, but I don't count Devon out because Devon is gonna do everything in his power to stop that man, you know. If he makes the match go in endurance, then it's he got a chance. His only chance is to stop the match and make Levon work, because we never see Levon work hard, to win the match. So, and that's 6 rounds. I mean, anything can happen. But of course, Levon is a huge favorite. Septibi, you should train with John. You can replicate Heracles back pressure, and John can replicate Ongarbaev's hand pronation. I wish John is close. John is so much apart. I'm friends with John, but he's so far away, man. I mean, I wish if he can come. I mean, I can call him and see if he can come. Definitely. I know he has more. I guess he has more time off than me. I'm super busy, 10 hours a day at work, 10, 12 hours sometimes. Monday to Friday, sometimes even Saturdays I have to work. Not easy, but except to be happy birthday. Thank you. Marcy, right now, who you think between Godzilla and John? I would say Godzilla is stronger, but John can put Godzilla to work. I don't know what's the winner. I would say Godzilla will be slightly favored against John, but I'm really not sure if Jones can do the same thing he used to do to Todd. You know, he got him out of his power right off the go. So I think that's if he can still do that, he would win. But I'm just not sure. If I have to bet, I would say Todd, just because I don't know if John can do the same thing he used to do to Todd, like today. Wins Kudencha and Chafee. My opinion is 50-50. If Kudencha can take Dave's hand, Kudencha can win. If he can't, then any other style he cannot. Who wins between Larry Hughes and Khalid? I would favor Larry Hughes today, just because he's been dedicated to arm wrestling. But Khalid is not. I can count that Khalid out because his hand strength is amazing still. But I would favor Larry in this match. Thank you for answering. We are waiting for you in Europe for a good match. Yeah, me too. Thank you. Thanks for the answer, Joey Justafilo. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Thanks for the answer. I agree with you, Dawn, but I also feel Travis Bajan is close. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember Travis fought a lot, and people don't talk too much. Also, Liliev. Liliev was such an amazing top roller, but he fouls a lot. He used to, like, people didn't get to see until late before the end of his career because he was so quick, so explosive, they couldn't even see it. But yes, he also does that. GB Todd says he weighs 22 right now. I don't know, it's 20. Oh, 220. Yeah, I mean, I saw him at East versus West. He weighed 107 kilos. So that's 235 pounds is exactly how much I weigh. So but he could be boosted up to 237 and now he's back to 220, something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, he could be. Do you expect a similar war like last time you pulled Godzilla, Timmy Turner? Um, it's gonna be a war, no doubt. But I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna train it specifically for Todd, and we'll see how it goes. Todd seems to be getting stronger. He's 55. It's incredible. He's a specimen. He's a special human being. He's one of those guys that the rules doesn't apply to him, but it'll be interesting. Sure, it's gonna be a war. Louise Berger, who are your favorite arm wrestlers to watch? My favorite is John Brzezinski, for sure. Been watching him for years. I like Krasimir Konstantinov. I like Evgeny Prudnik a lot. Very, very technical. Um, Richard Bryan, have you ever pulled Wagner Bertolato? Yes, I pulled him one time, 209. He was a reigning world champion left arm. And he took second at WAF Worlds also in under 110 kilos. I went to Brazil and I pulled him. I beat him right-handed, 4-0, and I lost 2-1 on the left. But it was good matches, back a long time ago. Daryl Lote, Devin needs to use the King's move to tire Levon. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's gonna have to use his King's move. If you use um, regular fundamentals, it might not work. Levon and the strength fundamentals of arm wrestling, he's 100% top of the mountain. Devon, I don't see any other way except the King's move, but who knows? It could be surprised. Where do you put yourself in overall rankings in North America? Right at that top 5, 6, for sure. Craig D was asking. Coliseum Arm Wrestling, thanks for your super chat, my friend. The question is, I took your hammer advice and had been using 2.4 and 6 pounds hammers for about 4 months now. Thank you for that. Working to get the 10 pound. Yeah, man, if you can work with the 10 pounds, it's amazing. I haven't been done in a while. I'm gonna start with the 6, and my goal is to get to the 10, maybe 12. And if you can do it with the 12, it's gonna be amazing. And thanks for the super shot, appreciate it. Thanks for the support, Coliseum Arm Wrestling. Just keep grinding. Cobra Voivoda, Devon will outlast and out technique Levon. Levon will know it's not all about power. I hope so. I'm cheering for Devon. Definitely, he's gonna be underdog in this match. Craig D, did you ever arm wrestle Richard Lupkus? Yes, I arm wrestled Rich Lupkus almost 10 years ago, and I won. It was best of 3 and under the UAL Ultimate Arm Wrestling League, and I won 2-1. Craig D, are you better right or left puller? In my opinion, I'm better right-handed. I'm a right-hand guy. Credential would give Levon a hard time today. It's a good question. Today, yes, but when Levon is ready, I don't see it, because I know Levon is not in 100% right now. He's focusing in films and other stuff. He's been training, but not as much. I think when the time comes, I don't see Credential with a big chance today. But I mean, if they were set to pull in, like, let's say 6 months or 3 months, whatever, I think Levon would dominate him. But still, I mean, I see Credential is just getting better, smarter, so he could get to that level of Levon for sure. If they pull in like 4, 5, 6 months, I think Levon is still gonna kill him. James Clark, when you gonna come up and train with me and Eduardo? Man, I wanna go there definitely, James. James Clark, how you doing, brother? Definitely wanna go there. We'll see when that can happen, but definitely I'll try to go maybe by the end of summer. Cobra Voivoda, do your boys participate in in-arm wrestling matches? Yes, they just started last year. My 2 boys, one took first, the other one took second, and we'll see. They do martial arts too, so their goal is to finish they're gonna be black belts by the end of the year in Taekwondo, and then I'll see what sports they want to do. I don't want to push them, but if they want to do arm wrestling, I'll be more than happy to teach them. Darry Lote, what do you think of Hermes? I think Hermes Gasparini is a beast. I mean, he's getting better and bigger. That is, Hermes is over 130 kilos already. So I think his goal is to get bigger and bigger and to be number 1 overall in the world in the next couple of years. We'll see if he comes out. I think he's a great arm wrestler. He's a great top roller. He's definitely the best guy in Italy I ever heard of it, and a top 5 in the world today. How many days a week do you train with weight, pulley stuff? Usually 3 days or 4 days. Depends on my schedule, but I definitely do the weights, more specific when I have a match, a little bit more in the gym when I'm off. But yeah, that's how it goes. Guys, I'm committed to be 1 hour today, so having like an hour and 5 minutes. I gotta go. I have other compromises to do today. It's a family day. Um, and I appreciate you guys for all your questions to participate. Appreciate you guys for your support. I'm asking you guys to please subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, support the channel, like and share, and God bless you all. Um, Somebody's asking, arm wrestling more popular now? Yes, definitely is more popular with all the media and stuff. And yeah, we're just getting more popular for sure. James, Digital, good bless, Marcio. It's a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Guys, a pleasure to be with you guys. Thank you for participating. I see you guys on the next one. God bless you, everybody. And thanks for the birthday wishes.